Hello guys, my name is Matthew Universe, and today I'm going to talk to you about Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems. It is a show review. Hold on, I gotta do something to my lens. I let my friend borrow it and he did not clean it. So, what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is my favorite show, Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems. This is a show review. Sadly, since I'm not high-tech and all, and I don't have the best editing softwares, this isn't going to be edited so you can see any clips of the show or any pictures. Besides this one, which I drew. Alright, so let's get this started. So, Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems. It's a show. It's called Steven Universe. Not Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems. It's a show about a boy named Steven Universe, whose father is a human guitar player, musician guy who owns a car wash and is kind of homeless. He lives in a van. And Steven's mother, Rose Quartz, who has sadly passed, to allow her body, she's not human, she's an alien. So she reconstructed her body to be able to give birth to Steven. So she is no longer with us, or them, us and them, no longer with anybody, because she's dead. She gave up her physical form to be with Steven, to have Steven. Technically she still is here because technically her mother, his mother, is him. How do I know this? If you pay attention to the show, one of the certain episodes, I believe Rose Quartz says something around the lines of, every time you love being yourself, that's me loving you, because you're going to be something fantastic. You're going to be a human being. Yeah. So Steven Universe himself is technically him and his mother. He's a half-human gem hybrid. Hybrid. I'm not sure what I said. And he is, I think he's 13, turning 14 in one of the main episodes. Steven Universe is able to do certain things such as summon Rose Quartz shield, which you see on my profile picture. Sorry about my not too much eye contact. I'm not good with that yet because I'm still new to this whole thing. He can summon Rose's shield, and Rose's bubble, which he can use in two different ways. He can bubble a poofed gem, which is what they do when they poof away the body of a corrupted gem. So basically it's just the gem. Say this is the body of a gem. It's the body of Daniel Bard from the Red Sox. And say this is the gem of Daniel Bard. They poof away the body of Daniel Bard. And then you take the gem. And then he'd create a bubble around it. That bubble would not allow the body to regenerate, because when a gem is hurt, their body can escape back inside of the gem and then regenerate within the gem. Voice of a card. I'm not really a big fan of it though. The bubble allows them to regenerate but not turn back into their human form or their humanoid form. And now let's get on to some other characters. Let's go to Garnet, the leader of the Crystal Gems. Second leader after Rose Quartz, who again died. R.I.P. I don't know what that was. But Garnet is a fusion of Ruby and Sapphire, if you don't know already. And my ceiling fan is on. They are these characters. This is Ruby and this is Sapphire. These two girls are fused together in a bond of love. And nothing can break that love. Usually when something happens, something goes wrong with a fusion, such as they get unstable, they unfuse. So they basically aren't. Say this is a fusion of a gem. You know, if something goes wrong, they separate. And then they can always fuse back together, but then there's still a chance of them separating. But these two have been fused so long and have such a strong care for one another that if something goes wrong, such as something doesn't go their way, they can fuse back together. This fusion is made up of Ruby and Sapphire, as I told you, creating Garnet, leader of the Crystal Gems, who can create gauntlets around her fist and has future vision. She can see things in the future. Well, she can see paths leading to things that could happen in the future, and she likes to take the path that's more positive for them. Like, if she sees a future where Steven may fall down and break his foot, she could see other paths where he doesn't fall and break his foot, and then see paths that lead on from there. And she'll usually go the most positive way. Yeah, she also has 3 eyes, which I think is cool. And then there is Pearl, the clean freak who loves Rose. She literally, it's almost like stalkery, like a super crush on somebody. Pearl feels that way. She thought that Rose was the best leader, the best person with the best ideas in the world. And she has known Pearl longer than any of the other Crystal Gems. Her and Garnet were also fought side by side with Rose and the whole other rebellion, because there were a whole bunch of others before the show started. In the rebellion against Rose. No, against the Diamonds. There's a whole bunch of conspiracies that Rose and Bismuth or Rose and Lion fused is Pink Diamond. So she can summon a spear out of her gem on her forehead. She can pull a spear out of that. She can also shoot laser beams out of said spear, and also can project holographic images out of her gem. And then there's Amethyst. She can she didn't fight in the war because she didn't know Rose, Garnet, or Pearl before then. She knew nothing. She literally knew nobody, because she was born in the kindergarten. She was made in the kindergarten, actually. The kindergarten is an area made by gems, where they put gems into the ground, and then they grow. into their forms, creating warrior gems like Jasper, which I'll go on about in another video, which is about the homeworld gems. Yeah. Amethyst is able to summon a whip from the gem on her chest. She can use the whip to grab, tie, and cut things with. She can literally cut things with a whip. I dropped Daniel Bard's gem. Don't worry, there's always Marco Scutaro and his gem, which is a pair of scissors. As you can tell, I don't really much care about these guys. Oh no, I got my silly putty. Get out of there. Oh, that made a huge mess. Those are the 3 crystal gems, and now to actually get on with the review. This is going on for a while. That was a long review of gems. Steven Universe is a show about the crystal gems, fighting off homeworld gems, Jasper, Lapis, the diamonds, or yellow diamond, yellow pearl, Lapis Lazuli, Jasper, or Peridot, blah blah blah, stuff like that. I think I already named most of those. And protecting the planet Earth and Steven, because he's valuable to them, because he has Rose Quartz gem. Rose Quartz's gem. And they're protecting Earth because they find potential in it, because there's human life there, and they don't want that life to go to waste. They think that the human race and Earth itself is beautiful and has plenty of values in it. They're protecting those values from said homeworld gems, who want to take it, hollow it out, taking all of the resources out of it, pretty much wasting them, and creating a new cluster, a new colony. The homeworld gems want to do that, and the crystal gems are trying to stop them, which they seem to succeed in all of their attempts to try to. And Peridot, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, has already became one of the crystal gems by calling the yellow diamond out on her flaws and calling her a clod. If you don't know, Peridot calls people clod a lot. That's like her little saying. Yeah, and on the way, Steven meets a girl named Connie, and they're able to fuse, even though gems aren't allowed to fuse with humans. However, Steven is half human, and half gem, possibly allowing him to fuse with both. Yeah. So, on the way to stopping said homeworld gems and doing other missions and stuff like that, they do little side things like protecting the Earth from a pufferfish, a giant pufferfish, or the centipedal, an acid-spitting centipede, and other crazy monsters, and a lot more. I think I'm going to cut it off here because this video is getting kind of long, and I'm not going to be doing editing, so it's 14 minutes and 49 seconds. So yeah. So this has been Matthew Universe. You guys have a great night. And if this gets to 15 likes, which is my first video goal, I don't know, I'll do something. I'll create a theory video, I guess. I'll make a theory. So see you guys.